Greetings, kindred. Hope you're all well. So, I just want to talk about a few things first before I get into this chart, this solar eclipse we've got going on. I'm actually recording this on, I don't even know what day it is. Hold on. I'm recording this on the 29th of April, so it's pretty late evening here in the UK. So why I'm so late is because I actually forgot that I had those Pluto in the signs saved to my desktop from Eric's website, the Siderealist. Now I put the link to that article on my last podcast, but unfortunately his website's been sabotaged again. Now it's been the second time this year actually that website's gone down, and obviously he's not here anymore. To like deal with it. His son is looking after it at the moment, but obviously he doesn't know certain passwords, etc. So it's a little bit kind of up in the air at the moment. So what I've done is I've uploaded all them to my own website. So if you want to read about Pluto in the signs, I will link that below in the description box if you're watching this on YouTube. And yeah, on my website, you can just go to Eric Seligsson's page there, and it will be under Pluto in the signs. And the one I kind of recommended you take note of was Pluto in Sagittarius, because that was what it was all about. And his version of what Pluto in Sagittarius is all about, which I thought was very relevant when I did my last podcast. So you can read Pluto in all the signs and, see how it escalates throughout, Pluto's transits. But yeah, I would highly recommend definitely reading Pluto in Sagittarius. Also, I haven't updated my website for a while, so I've still got loads of information to put up there, about the 13 houses, about the Black Moon Lilith, and I've got a couple of updates to put up as well on Walter Berg's page. So I have a few updates from him as well to put up. Some is from a couple of years ago, to be honest, and I think he sent me an update in January. So yeah, it's really exciting news there about his research, his latest research. And I think there was something else I wanted to mention, but I can't actually remember what that is right now. So just bear with me. Anyway, I didn't get all the time zone dates and times. Apologies, I really didn't have time. But a new moon solar eclipse will begin. I don't even know when the eclipse, what time the eclipse will take place exactly. It doesn't always take place at the same time as when the new moon begins. So, but I do know that the solar eclipse will be, from what I remember, over Antarctica. So I really can't confirm that, whether it's the solar eclipse or the lunar eclipse that will take place there. I was just watching another 13 Star Sign Astrology the other day discussing it. So I'm really sorry, apologies for not being able to research that. Normally I am on top. But you know what? I did the Mercury retrograde, but I did it in article form. Now, I think many have seen that already. I've posted it up on social media. I haven't sent out a newsletter recently, but I probably will be over the weekend. Maybe tomorrow I'll send out a newsletter with the updates, a new article, etc. But I will link the Mercury retrograde article below in the description box if you're watching on YouTube, and if you're on my website watching this, then you may have already read it, to be honest, but it's the blog before this one. So our new moons will begin on the 30th of April at 21:28 in the GMT time zone. So what's really interesting is Moon and Sun will both be at 11 degrees in Aries, conjunct Uranus, and Uranus will be conjunct the North Node. Now, the Moon and Sun is a bit far away from the North Node to be considered a conjunction, but because Uranus is kind of conjunct the Moon and Sun and conjunct the North Node, it does kind of make this a little stellium. So, Aries and Uranus, wow, conjunct solar eclipse, you know. It's, yeah, it's pretty kind of impulsive, very erratic energy. And at 11 degrees, well, 11 is a master number. So just like you've heard me say with the number 22, so we've got the goddess Vesta here at number 22 degrees and Chiron at 22 degrees. Now 22 is a number where we have to overcome self-limitation to reach the heights of consciousness. And with the 11, it's all about overcoming spiritual, moral, and physical weaknesses to get into that higher consciousness again. You know, the 11 is all about growth. It's all about new beginnings, you know. So with the North Node at one end of this little stellium and the Sun at the other, it's really a societal thing. And it is about our consciousness, but under the lunar eclipse's energy, it's all about the unconscious mind coming forward and us kind of like getting into our self-power, if you like, or getting that courage to actually respond or react to whatever's going on. So we got Venus and Jupiter at 5 degrees. It's very shifting energy, very expansive, like again on a conscience level. So there does seem to be a hell of a lot going on, but I feel it's like lessons learned through mistakes, and it could be in the form of like an event taking place, or, you know, something impulsive, sudden, or erratic taking place. Now, we've got Mars, the ruler of Aries, in Aquarius at 14 degrees. And we've got Uranus, the ruler of Aquarius, in Aries. Now, Uranus has been in Aries for a little while now, at 15 degrees. So Uranus, the ruler of Aquarius, makes sense. And at 15 degrees, wow, you know, we are kind of moving forward when it comes to ideas or humanitarian ideals. But is it in the right way? You know, are we being too impulsive? Are we acting before we're thinking? And not just we, you know, the civilians, but we on the whole. And that includes like the governments of our world, the organizations of our world, you know, corporations. And yeah, I'm really kind of getting a feeling with this that there's something there's going to be some kind of breakthrough. I feel I spoke a little bit about this in my Mercury Retrograde article, because I think I spoke about it because, you know, Pluto actually goes into retrograde today. I mean, he'll be retrograde by the new moon solar eclipse, but he's not quite in retrograde right this minute as I'm doing this. Well, probably in about an hour's time, his retrograde starts. And, you know, retrogrades are more about an inner reflection. You know, Mercury is in shadow. Mercury will go into full retrograde, I think on the 10th of May. So Mercury's in shadow. Pluto really is in retrograde because, you know, he's always in shadow, but his retrograde starts in about an hour. So by the new moon tomorrow, he will be in full retrograde. But his movements are very slow in the sky anyway. But with all this like 5 energy, do you know our traditional values in Aquarius, humanitarian values maybe? Aquarians aren't really traditional in certain respects, you know. Aquarians are kind of quite forward thinking, although they do like to incorporate the old with the new. But we've got Mars at 14 degrees. Now, you know, 14 does break down to 5, but 14 as a number does represent like the sign of a Taurus. So if we look in Taurus, we get Ceres at 30 degrees, we've got Mercury at 7 degrees. So this really is all about our well-being and our diets, our bodies in Taurus. It could be to do with growth, maybe with our wealth, you know, our financial growth. You know, Venus is at 5 degrees in Pisces. This is shifting energy. Venus does rule, you know, not just our love life, but also our financial world, our pleasures, our comforts. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm getting this more connected to the financial world. Maybe there's going to be something that suddenly comes to light, or whatever it is, it's kind of explosive as well. It could be like to do with like, can even be to do with storms, connected to storms. It can be connected to the sea. It could be volcanic. It can be kind of earthquakey. But I really feel more that it's to do with people and a building up of like, you know, a building up of agitation, a building up of like impulsive action. But there is a higher consciousness to this. So either we have already learned lessons, or there's going to be something that explodes suddenly. Could be connected to the media, but I don't feel that so much. I'm feeling this is more like a physical, more than a communicative. I feel this is more a physical thing. But it's going to really affect us spiritually as well, or when it comes to our humanitarian values. So I do think in my last podcast, I did feel that on the 29th, when Pluto went into retrograde, there was something occurring, but I can't quite remember what I said. But all I can see here is a very impulsive, very erratic, and a very quick shifting energy. And you know, the nodes are still in square to Saturn and the goddess Vesta. I mean, they've been in square to Saturn for a while now, you know, and probably the goddess Vesta as well. And, you know, so I really do think like tomorrow we need to do a lot of meditation, you know, get back into that calmness, you know, get back into that place of unconditional love, because I do feel there's like where you know, like where people can take stuff personally or feeling oversensitive about things. So I really do feel like we need to watch out for that. So I feel there's a little bit of egocentricity going on here with these conjunctions as well. And, you know, with Jupiter conjunct Venus, you know, Jupiter is expansive. He will expand on the physical. But 5 is also an expanding number, ruled by Mercury actually. So it is expanding the mind, but Mercury at 7 degrees shows the expansion is happening on a spiritual level. Solar eclipses take us into the unconscious mind. It brings to light the unconscious mind, although not necessarily straight away. But because we've got Uranus in Aries and the North Node in Aries, this is a very quick, fast-paced energy. And especially with 5s involved, it's a quick, fast-paced energy. That's why I feel whatever's going to erupt from the unconscious or from the unseen is going to happen fast and very rapid. But I don't know if we're going to be quick to pick up on it. Not all of us, maybe some of us. And that may be because, you know, with the way things are in the media, you know, there seems to be more focus on one thing rather than the other. And, you know, that's always been the way, but it seems to have got worse of late. So, yeah, I mean, I just wanted to jump on here and give you those few updates pretty quickly. And I just, yeah, I'm sorry if I've rushed through this, but I really want to get it up and out to you. And I have gone into more detail in my Mercury Retrograde article. And because I haven't done so much research on the eclipse itself, you know, I just feel I can only talk about the new moon's energy, but with it being a solar eclipse overall. So I'm going to leave it now. But yeah, I'm sending you all peace and much love. Keep the faith.